Hello and welcome to another Let's Play DFK. Have something a little special for you today. Got a message from DFK-Elite this morning as to whether I wanted to fight middleweights. The answer was yes. I always want to fight middleweights. I'd like to fight lightweights and featherweights as well. If you would like to challenge me at level 8, 12, or 16, I'm probably going to be up for it. At this point, the sub 20 play is not any more organized than it was when I started this series, and there hasn't been too much interest, but I am still interested in playing these matches, and I hope you enjoy watching them. This is Level Up, aka Spas Vogel in the Discord, aka DFK-Elite on YouTube. I believe he is going to be recording his end and posting it. I will link that in the description. So he wanted to try out some 16s that I believe he's been leveling up. One of them's 15. That's all right. Let me go ahead and pull this up real quick to get a comparison. I tried to match him in power level. He said, "Go ahead and bring your Gorbo, bring your good guys." So I will oblige. Didn't equip them with amulets or anything like that. Nothing crazy, but yeah, I brought a pretty good team. I believe two of them have greater stones. Two of his have greater stones as well. Missing one weapon here, but everybody's got armor. So hopefully we get a nice fair fight and may the best man win. I am ahead on mana. Nope. I'm ahead on hit points. You can see with the premium membership on ADFK, it will color code these to gradiate based on how much dex. Like this knight has 34 dex, which is a lot. That's why it's a brighter green. It also has 41 endurance, which is a lot, but not quite as much because it's comparing to the other level 16 knights, I believe. So no, nothing crazy on traits. I have the second wind, which just is not very good, especially in the archer. I'd be much more interested on the knight. Don't got it. Got a pretty average warrior. He's pretty much just DPS. He's got a greater agility stone, though, which is interesting. So he actually has the highest speed, 103. The seer might beat him in initiative, or my archer, but I think it's pretty likely this warrior is going to go first. So what I really want to do is open up with a gruff, probably. That is where my head is at based on this. Otherwise, like I said, greater stones. He's got a lot of dexterity and strength and agility. Well, decent amount of agility. My archer's good too. He also has a greater stone. So we'll see who wins. Let's go ahead and look at my loadouts. Oh, in terms of traits to watch for, he has a blinding winds and a poison blade. I brought one of each. I brought a swiftness potion. Don't know if I'll use it. We're doing 11 and 22. He did not bring a swiftness potion. So I'd prefer not to use it just because, it's a little bit cheesy, but we'll see. Like I said, with my agility, greater swiftness stoned warrior here, I think I just want to open with gruff for sure. Not going to try to whirlwind or anything like that. I think with this lineup, archer, warrior, knight, he is knight, seer, archer, is by the way, in case that wasn't clear. I do just want to have an offensive knight as much as possible. I mean, I could load challenge. It seems like a bit overkill. I think this knight is actually quite good at challenge because I think they adjusted it to make it more dependent on your strength and endurance. Certainly the intimidate part of it is more dependent on your strength, and we have quite a lot of strength and endurance. I'm going to stick with Mighty Strike though, but I am going to run the stun instead of the intercept. I don't think I need the intercept this fight to protect a squishy seer or such. I'm pretty sure he's going to run intercept. So the stun will be really good actually. If he intercepts, to protect the seer, and I'm able to like move his guy back and move the seer up front with my warrior set up with an onslaught or something like that. That sounds like a disaster for him. So I am going to try to use most of my mana on shield smash. Forever vigilance always pretty good, but yeah, this is an offensive knight build with 2 heals as his skill, so I actually quite like this knight. Nothing crazy. Not going to take it to 20, but it's quite good here at level 16. And then the warrior, I'm going to use the regular build I almost always use, although sometimes I do whirlwind. Cleave, don't think we want to cleave. Definitely don't want enough. So final blow is going to be a little dicey in this warrior. We don't have a ton of dexterity, so I probably won't use it, but I like to have it in my back pocket. And then archer, I am not sure. I think I'm just going to use a standard build. I've been trying with my really fast archers, precision strike, and some more channeling. But this guy's not very fast. He's medium fast for 16, I guess. A little bit fast for 16. Let's give him his credit. But I think I just want to go like this. Piercing shot has been debuffed a bit, but with 60 dexterity at 16, that is quite high. We have the greater dex stone on this guy, so I don't want to do multi-shot. Flurry. Flurry? We could do Flurry. Who am I probably going to be attacking? So I think I'm going to taunt the Seer, which makes my Rapid Shot a little bit worse. I don't want to open up with Rapid Shot. I'll probably open up with Hunter's Mark whether or not I taunt the Seer, but definitely if I taunt it. And then we're going to be attacking. We could really attack the Knight. It'll depend on if my Shield Smash is able to move the Knight into P2, and then we can just kind of try to mog the Seer or make him spend his turn getting back in order, which is a pretty big problem for him. But I think Piercing Strike, there's a decent chance we'll be attacking this Knight, which makes me want Piercing Strike. Or sorry, not Piercing Strike, Marksmanship instead of Flurry. I think we'll just stick with Marksmanship, not die to something stupid, because his Archer is quite good as well. Then Rapid Shot, which we'll probably use after the taunt, set up the repeating shot, or whatever. This seems fine to me. I'm not going to go too crazy, but I think he's going to go Interception. I want to beat this Seer in Initiative and taunt it if I can. That's going to put him in a lot of trouble. I want to try to stun and or move the Knight into P2. That's going to put him in a lot of trouble as well. And then if he attacks my Archer, I do have second wind. That is his most likely attack, although he might end up just... So if he loads like a Warstone, he'll probably load Warstone. If he gets taunted, he can Death Mark and then start focusing on my Warrior. So I think there's a decent chance he focuses on my Warrior instead of my Archer. That'd probably be pretty smart, considering this Warrior isn't crazy the HP department and doesn't have second wind. So I think my Warrior will be most likely to die. If somebody dies, he's in medium armor. I believe, yeah, medium armor. But he's got the shield, no axe or anything stupid. Hopefully it'll be a good fight. Hopefully it'll be entertaining. Maybe we'll make a series out of it to go 2 out of 3. Maybe not. But I am looking forward to it. Okay, as expected, I did win initiative with this warrior. Let me just make sure he's ready to go on his end. And while I'm doing that, let's look at what skills he has. Very defensive Knight build, so I really want to move this into P2. Yeah, extremely defensive Knight build. Okay, that seems fine. He's really leaning on this. Okay, this Seer is pretty offensive. I guess it does have 39 intelligence. Didn't recognize that. So taunting is a little bit dangerous, but I'm going to do it anyways. All right, he is ready to go, so let's give this a shot. So I think my warrior will likely be under fire if this lands, which is fine. And we are going to do Hunter's Mark, not break my taunt, as we planned. It's just great value here. And then his Seer gets to go. Let's see, miss the Knight. He can time sync or Warstone. Keeps him off that. And he has the same build out as me on his Archer. Makes a lot of sense. So could do Warstone to decrease the taunt length slightly. That would put him here. And then he would go again here. He would jump ahead of my Archer like that and be untaunted. So that makes some sense, as opposed to time sync, which also would be fine. Oh, and also I guess I am unstoppable, which is another reason not to time sync. You would just be getting the damage. So I like that play on his part. That opening taunts is just brutal. One of several reasons warriors are great, even with the 4-round cooldown, which is very necessary. It's still a very decisive and problematic thing if you are bringing support. One of the advantages to bringing like 2 warriors and an archer, archer, warrior, warrior, etc., is that you can be a lot less susceptible to that. Okay, challenge on, okay. And he did get the Intimidate as well, so that's fine. That way I won't be tempted to use Rapid Shot, not that I necessarily was. Actually, I would have used Rapid Shot, wouldn't I? Because he jumped ahead of me. So yeah, that's when the taunt will wear off here. So fair enough. Let's see if he starts with a Rapid Shot or a Hunter's Mark. I'm unstoppable. That might tilt him towards Rapid Shot. Poison Blade on my Knight. Interesting. So now my Knight goes and could either Mighty Strike or it's definitely Shield Smash, right? Let's not overthink it. This is going pretty much exactly how I thought it would before we started. Didn't get anything, dang. Unlucky there. Here comes Warstone. So now he gets control of his seer right here. I get 2, he gets 2, I get 2. Then his seer can potentially rejuvenation stone. Do I want to do? This guy is going to be attacking the knight with piercing shot. I might as well also hit the knight. I think we will start with a onslaught, though he, let's see, he can do royal guard. That gives you physical defense. So he sees this coming, probably, that I'm going to be attacking his knight a lot. I could do piercing shot. I think I do want to do piercing shot over blinding winds. Either would be fine. Because yeah, this means he's going to need to heal. He can't really leave it at 450. Maybe. Because I got onslaught and a mighty strike. It's dicey. I don't think he can really leave it at 450 if I put him there. So I will do that. 419. I rolled high. Nice. So that way he has to use a potion instead of whatever he wanted to do, which was maybe royal guard or interception or vigilant. So let's see who he uses the potion with. This is his archer, I believe. Nope, opts for the royal guard. Let me remind myself what this does. I don't see this that often. So big physical defense buff. So maybe redirect all negative status effects on the ally. So not that I could have taunted it again, but I believe I guess if I did another hunter's mark. No, I can't do a hunter's mark right now. But right now, so if I daze, do you think daze would go on the knight if I did that? I don't know. If I dazed this, do I want to do that? So I don't really want to attack this knight. It is very buffed. It's going to be tough to get through. That's probably a pretty good play by him. Use the potion with his archer. So I get 2, he gets 1, I get 1. Then we're kind of pretty well spread out here. I could do a preemptive heal. 546. I don't think he can really kill me here. I'm going to go ahead and try to daze this thing. I wonder if it'll go on the knight. It does. That's fine. This isn't like a turn-based thing, so it's ticks, so I don't mind extending it. I still got the damage from that, didn't I? So this guy's still taunted, so I can't really threaten to kill this. I'm just going to take my onslaught value, I believe. Although with all that physical defense, it's not great, but he doesn't have a really good, like, I'm getting him to where he's going to probably need to heal both of these guys, which you can't do that really with this build. So I'll take the 233, which is not great, but... And then another piercing strike here. And yeah, he's going to have to heal kind of both of them, which is going to be tough. I wonder if he can even Rejuvenation Stone. If he does, Rejuvenation Stone doesn't gain you initiative, does it? 800, so it does, okay. I don't use it very much. So he'll jump there. And this guy can't affect him, so it was safe for him to do that. Fair enough. So now I will blind instead of piercing strike. I don't think we're going to be able to get through on damage on this knight. I'm going to switch to threatening his seer. Let's see what he wants to do with his archer. So far he's used a skill and a potion with his archer, which is probably not how he wants to be starting this. I think this is his strongest hero, the one he likes the most anyways, from talking to him. So he hasn't really been able to go on the offense at all. Let's see if he does a rapid shot now. It makes a lot of sense, I think. Or he could do a Hunter's Mark. Hunter's Mark would also be excellent. I'm pretty sure my archer is going to rapid shot with this barrier in the way from another Hunter's Mark, but we'll see. I wonder if I Hunter's Marked, would the knight get two dots because of the Royal Guard? I guess it would. Use a health vial again. Okay. So he's going to get 3 turns in a row, and his knight is good. So do I need to worry about these 3 turns in a row in terms of dying? Maybe. But Okay, so if I do either of these, it'll redirect. I think I actually want to do this on his archer to break that barrier and then probably Hunter's Mark. Let me think. I don't really want to poison or I don't really want to do anything to his knight right now. He's too buffed. Yeah, let's do this actually. I think a Hunter's Mark would be really good and didn't get the blind. Didn't get the blind, unfortunately. So do we want to try this shield smash again? I think we do. Yeah, I don't. I could heal. Do I need to heal? He's got 3 turns in a row. The Seer can death mark, but it's at the end, it's not at the beginning. The Knight could Vigilant. I don't think he can kill from here. He could do like a Hail Mary repeating shot, Forever Vigilant, death mark. I want to try this. He's got daze resistance, not stun resistance. Yep, got the stun that time, which is great. Didn't get the move. He's got the heavy armor, so that's another reason that isn't great. So do we? I think if I think I've talked myself out of this Hunter's Mark, as good as it is. I mean, they're both good. Hunter's Mark or Rapid Shot are both really good. I've used a ton of Night Mana, by the way. Yeah, I think we really put him in a tough spot here. As long as all these rapid shots don't go on the knight, which I guess they might, but if they don't, I could really threaten his back 2 lines. Okay, so he's gonna be. I don't envy this position. He lost one of his 3 turns in a row, so I don't see any offense he can mount. I'm just putting him in a really defensive position, kind of this entire game, starting from round 1, where my Swiftness Stone Warrior really punished him with that gruff. Really just put him on defense the entire time. His archer still has not used any mana. You know, it's probably not going well for you if that's the case. Though he did choose to Poison Blade, I believe, instead of. I need to think about that Poison Blade, by the way. Like right here, I should just probably do that. He did some interesting. Oh, that's not going to work out. Missed. Now he's going to have to use another vial. I think he's already used 2 vials. This will be his last vial, I believe. Kind of has to. He can't let me. Yeah, he just has to do it. Assuming he has one more. I don't think he has any heals. Let's see real quick. Hang on. He does not have any heals. All right, so let me go ahead and get rid of this. That'll still keep me 3 in a row. And that'll actually let me gruff if I want to. It's a little awkward. I might just gruff for the damage. You're going to heal middle guy because you can't reach the back line. But let's see how this works out. This does not defend anything. So 549, 558. If I hit this and repeating shot, what does that look like? Not sure. These aren't my level 20s that I use a lot. I'm not actually sure how much damage this repeating shot can do. And my Poison Blade is not loading, unfortunately. Okay, 104 says according to that. That's 108, so slightly more. I don't think I can do 400 with this repeating. Alright, so I'm just going to use the Poison Blade, actually. Make him deal with it. But I don't think we can kill with repeating shot here. 455. Is this going to pull up? No, not really. It would be foolish to try, so I'm pretty happy to Hunter's Mark, I believe. Or I could just shoot that guy in the back. In P3, I mean. Because these are both going to go up front, I believe. The Royal Guard. I don't really care about the Seer, so I don't mind the Knight getting 2 Hunter's Marks, honestly. I think we just take the value, give him just too much to deal with. And I'm not under any pressure. So it said resisted, but he got both of them like I thought he would. So I wonder what the battle log says. That's kind of a weird kind of corner case. It said resisted, but it just got moved to the knight. He's doing rejuvenation stone, targeting his archer now. Okay. So taunt resist because he's channeling. I could try to screw him up. I could try to taunt him again. That would be and break his channel right before it's about to go off. That would be devastating. I don't know if that's a great idea, but he's just got kind of a lot of problems here all at once and has just not been able to mount an offense. I need to make sure I don't run out of mana trying and failing to kill him. That would be my way to lose this. My most obvious way to lose it. So maybe I do want to take, because if I land this, it just interrupts him, and then he goes, but he's taunted, and he basically wastes his turn, and then wait, the knight gets to go again, doesn't he? I don't think he has any more potions. 91. I think I'll try to interrupt him. It's gonna be lowish odds, but you can definitely interrupt. I've had it happen to me. I've done it to other people. Oh no, the taunt will go there, won't it? Okay, hang on. All right, I'm gonna taunt the archer then. No, hang on. I'm gonna start attacking the knights or set it up for next turn because he's gonna have. I kind of ran out of time there. I try to respect the time bar, not that I thought he would call it on me, but he's got one more rejuvenation stone on his knight and two hunter's marks. I think I could put him in a tough spot here. And I think he's out of heals completely. So yeah, if I taunted this, the taunt would have gone on the knight, which is not at all what I want. That's where I kind of almost forgot about that. Okay, hardened shield. Fair enough. We might need to stall out here so we don't run out of mana. Because he is definitely being resilient, unfortunately. For me. So do I want to use a mana potion? Since I brought the swiftness, I don't have a ton of mana. Who do I want to use it on? I think I might want to slow down here. I don't, like I said, I don't want to run out of mana and lose this in kind of a dumb way. Hmm. I'm gonna shoot this. I'm gonna keep thinking about that. I'm not sure who I want to use the mana potion on, and I kind of ran out of time a little bit. Like I said, trying to respect it. So now, if I finally land this stun, which will be all of my mana, and actually get him pushed, man, that would be good. I don't think I should do that. I should use the mana with this guy on my archer. I'm gonna need to use my archer since he did the hardened shield. I don't want to risk it. If I don't get the move or a stun with that, it's kind of a disaster. I want to wait for a better spot. So so now, all right, he stalled me out a little bit. He survived the onslaught, the initial onslaught. He used all of his potions to do so, but he's got a lot of mana. So I need to watch out that I don't lose the long game here in a dumb way. I still have second wind and one heal, as well as two healing vials. And I still have a blinding winds, I believe. Critical aim. It's fine. Do I want to do this? I mean, so this is going to the archer. So I definitely don't want to do the archer. If I did this for 203, and then he takes another 100, that's like 300 damage. That puts him down to 229, and I mighty strike, and then archer here, and I don't think he can heal. I might have the kill window on this knight. Depends on if he gets any blocks, but I think I might have it based on my quick math. He got a block, unfortunately. But Mighty Strike, yeah, this puts him to 100 for a piercing shot. I don't think he can do anything about it. Something happened with the speed, but I don't think he has any heals. If he's got another heal, maybe I messed up there. I wasn't strictly counting his vials. I think he used three, but it could have been two. But I think even through this hardened shield, I think I have a shot here. Well, I have a good shot. If he doesn't have a heal, he's actually just dead to a piercing shot, right? Takes 116. Yeah, he's way dead. So yeah, I'm glad I saw that line. It wasn't super obvious. He's a knight with a lot of defense, but these double hunter's mark from that royal guard, that's was 300 basic, over 300 damage, 340 damage. Clairvoyance on his archer. So I think he realizes he's dead as well with the knight. So he's gonna try to, since he can't rejuvenation stone or anything, he's just gonna try to get some value out of this knight, and then royal guard. I don't think. Well, that gives him physical defense. He might as well. Let's see what the number is. 94. He's got a lot of physical defense, but I have Pierce. I'm glad I have this instead of multi-strike for sure. Or what's it called? Multi-shot. All right, we found a kill window to get through a ton of physical defense. Pierce still good. Piercing shot still good, even though it got debuffed. But now he has clairvoyance for. Is that the Pierce one? Hang on. Yeah, it's the Pierce one. So he can duel out a lot of damage here. Need to be careful. Retaliate, miss. No, hit it that time. Almost got through his shield. But now he's got a big problem here. I don't see how he survives for much longer. Rapid shot could definitely threaten this guy. See if he does his death mark and tries to at least get this guy off the board with. But I'm not worried about a repeating shot. He repeating shots here and it's over. He can't deal with the exhaustion. So I don't think he has. Okay, swap. Do I want to do this? I think we do. Piercing shot on this year would also be fine. 70. So, do I have enough mana for the. No, I don't have enough mana for Forever Vigilance. 19. I'm one mana short. Dang. Okay, so who do I want to heal? Let's heal our warrior. Warrior can. I don't think he can gruff. Can the warrior gruff? I don't remember. Yeah, warrior can gruff. Take it off the board, 91%. And then he can maybe kill my knight with a really big repeating shot here, but he's exhausted at that point, and yeah, we just win that quite easily. So this was a pretty good game. This was a very good game, actually. I was very much, the opening kind of lobby kind of went exactly like I thought it would in the pregame, which is cool. That's why you put some thought into it. Strategically for the skills you select, 426. Yeah, I don't think that was going to kill my knight if he had done it. So this is just about over. We'll try to make it quick. But yeah, that was a really good game. I was in danger if I didn't find that window on the knight. That's why I was kind of spreading around the damage to kind of threaten a number of heroes at the same time. But yeah, I found that window. If I didn't find a window on somebody and it just kept going on and on, I mean, I probably would have been fine because he'd used all his stone, but you can lose games like that sometimes where you just look down and you just all your mana's gone, and then they have a ton of mana because they've been using their stone and stuff and their skills defensively, and then they can kind of onslaught you or I only brought one mana potion, so they could kind of overwhelm that, and then you have a problem like that. So I was in some danger of that happening. He did a good job defending for the first part of it, and then yeah, I just eventually it was just too much pressure. I was able to pressure a couple positions at the same time, and eventually found that window on the knight despite all that physical defense. So very good game. We'll see if he wants to play another one sometime. 16s or whatever, and if anybody else wants to challenge me, I'm up for these type of things with commentary whenever possible. So hope you enjoyed that. Hope you are enjoying PvP on DFK. Hope you're gonna enjoy the tournaments coming up. Hopefully those sub 20 content will get a little bit of love with tournaments. I think it will. They'll be forced to decide on some sort of weight class or call it whatever they want or some sort of level restriction. And I look forward to revisiting this series a little bit once we have an official in-game kind of delineation between the levels and formats and such, because that would make it a lot more fun. Till then, I'll see you in the Coliseum.